Have you ever gone to bed tired, but somehow your brain refuses to sleep? You turn from one side to the other, you check the time, you close your eyes again, and somehow you're still awake. You've probably heard that turkey can make you sleepy, but here's something interesting. There are several foods you may already have in your kitchen that contain nutrients involved in sleep, relaxation, and many of them are vegetables. Today, I'm showing you 7 vegetables and vegetable-like foods that may help support better sleep, plus simple ways to add them to your dinner. But remember, no single food is a magic cure for insomnia. Think of these foods as part of a healthy lifestyle that supports your body. Comment below, what time do you usually go to bed? Let's see how many people are actually getting enough sleep. Spinach. Let's start with one of the easiest ones, spinach. Spinach is packed with important nutrients, including magnesium. And magnesium is involved in hundreds of processes in the body, including normal muscle and nerve function. Why does that matter at night? Because when your body is properly nourished, it can better support the natural processes involved in relaxation and sleep. Spinach also contains folate, vitamin C, vitamin A, and other nutrients that contribute to And you don't need a complicated recipe. You can add spinach to soup, stew, eggs, rice, or a simple vegetable stir-fry. You can even throw a handful into a smoothie. Simple tip. Try adding a serving of spinach or another dark leafy green to your evening meal. And don't stop at spinach. Kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens can also be nutritious choices. Next up is one of my favorites, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a great source of carbohydrates, fiber, potassium, and several vitamins and minerals. And here's why carbohydrates can be interesting when we're talking about sleep. Carbohydrates can influence the availability of tryptophan, an amino acid that the body uses to make serotonin. Serotonin is involved in many body functions, including mood and sleep regulation. And serotonin is also involved in the pathway that produces melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. That doesn't mean eating a sweet potato will instantly make you fall asleep. It simply means that a balanced meal containing healthy carbohydrates can be part of a diet that supports normal sleep processes. And sweet potatoes are incredibly easy to prepare. Bake them, boil them, roast them, or add them to a healthy dinner. Simple tip. Instead of reaching for sugary snacks late at night, try making a balanced dinner that includes sweet potato and a source of protein. Now here's one you might not expect. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are technically fungi, not vegetables, but they're commonly eaten like vegetables, so they definitely deserve a place on this list. Some mushrooms contain compounds such as melatonin and tryptophan. Melatonin is especially interesting because it's the hormone your body naturally produces to help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. But don't misunderstand this. Eating mushrooms isn't the same as taking a melatonin supplement. The amount of melatonin found naturally in foods can vary considerably depending on the type of food and how it was grown or prepared. Still, mushrooms can be a nutritious addition to your diet. They're also versatile. You can add them to eggs, pasta, rice, soups, stir-fries, or vegetable dishes. Try sautéing mushrooms with onions and garlic and serving them alongside your dinner. Simple tip. Add mushrooms to your evening meal a few times a week. You're getting a nutritious food while also adding variety to your diet. 5. Tomatoes. Now let's talk about tomatoes. Tomatoes are another food that can fit easily into a sleep-supportive diet. They provide vitamin C, potassium, antioxidants, and other beneficial plant compounds. Some research has also detected melatonin in tomatoes. But remember, more melatonin in a food does not automatically mean better sleep. Your sleep depends on many things, including your body clock, stress levels, light exposure, caffeine intake, physical activity, and your overall diet. So don't think of tomatoes as a sleep medicine. Think of them as one nutritious ingredient in a balanced diet. Add fresh tomatoes to your salad. Put them into soups and stews. or combine them with other vegetables for dinner. Simple tip: try replacing heavily processed evening snacks with a balanced meal containing vegetables like tomatoes. Next, bell peppers. Bell peppers are colorful, crunchy, and packed with nutrients. They're especially well known for vitamin C. They also provide fiber and several plant compounds, and some research has found melatonin in peppers. Again, we're not talking about huge amounts that will suddenly knock you out. The goal is to build healthy eating habits that support your overall health and normal sleep routine, and bell peppers make this easy. Slice them into a salad, add them to eggs, put them into a stir-fry, or roast them with other vegetables. The different colors, red, yellow, orange, and green, can also make your meals much more interesting. Simple tip: keep sliced bell peppers in the refrigerator so you always have an easy vegetable ready to add to dinner. 7. Avocado. And finally, we have avocado. Technically, avocado is a fruit, but because we usually eat it in savory meals, many people think of it as a vegetable. Avocado provides healthy fats, fiber, potassium, magnesium, and several vitamins. And magnesium is particularly interesting because it plays an important role in normal nerve and muscle function. Avocado also contains fiber and healthy fats, which can make meals more satisfying. But here's an important point. If you're having trouble sleeping regularly, don't assume that you simply need more avocado. Sleep problems can have many different causes. Instead, think of avocado as one nutritious food that can be part of a balanced diet. Try adding half an avocado to dinner, putting it on whole grain toast, or adding it to a salad. Now, here's the part I really want you to remember. Eating these foods isn't enough if your daily habits are working against your sleep. You could eat spinach, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, asparagus, tomatoes, peppers, and avocado every day. But if you're drinking caffeine late in the evening, staring at your phone in bed, eating very heavy meals right before sleeping, or going to bed at completely different times every night, you may still struggle with sleep. Good sleep is about the whole picture. Your food matters, but so do your habits. Try keeping a regular bedtime. Limit caffeine later in the day. Reduce bright light and screen time before bed. And create a relaxing nighttime routine. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these foods do you eat most often? Spinach, sweet potato, mushrooms, asparagus, tomatoes, bell peppers, or avocado? Drop your answer in the comments. And if